I've been prideful thinking it's like all about me.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's just my birthday, but it's not all about me. It's still God's day.
So turtle is a pretty funny word to say. I mean, let's be honest.
What's funny about it?
It's just turtle. Like, it's hard to say the word turtle without you like, why are you saying that? Like, you almost want to laugh.
Yeah.
All right, so say it for a second.
Turtle.
Okay, well, if you say anything like that,
Turtle.
that's okay. Well, I didn't know you were going to do
Turtle
sound effects today. We are live today. We're actually on a different location. Our location's being painted. The NQT Studios is
Getting brightened up.
being painted currently. So we're coming to you live from what some people may call the mother's room, ladies and gentlemen. It's the mother's room.
The mom
Yes!
room.
Here in Grapevine, Texas. This show, don't forget, is for male and female.
Yes.
And so
we feel quite comfortable here. And I mean that because we have recliners here
there are recliners
in
here.
the mother's room.
Chris is probably going to fall asleep.
We are rocking.
But his shoes are
rolling.
on. His shoes are on today.
They are. They're on.
And that's,
rocking and
that's
rolling.
what he's
in the
feeling
mom's room.
strong.
Feeling strong,
He's
my
feeling
friend.
strong. How was your day today? You know, I realized on the last week's episode and time recording of this, the Stars were up 1-0. They're not doing so good right now.
Well, Tyler Seguin needs to net some goals, and you know, Harry Potter needs to stop more goals.
It's not going good. Let's not talk about that. How was your day?
Day was just fine.
Yeah, wonderful day.
Yeah, just doing.
You got a haircut, looking fresh.
I got a haircut,
Yeah.
fresh cuts.
Feeling good.
I feel a lot lighter. Yes, I do.
Isn't it nice
Not
actually
so much.
having shorter hair during the summer so you're not
I think
sweating all the time?
It's the best decision you can make
the
at
best.
the beginning of summer, especially in Texas. You don't want to
Yes.
have long hair.
125.
You also don't want to
degrees.
have no hair because the sun
That's
gets
true.
quite strong. So
You know, that makes me think, good segue. There's someone today we're talking to that has hair.
he's
And
got good.
he's
good
not bald.
mop going on there. Yeah,
He's not bald. He's not bald at all. You should intro him because sometimes there's a conflict of interest, with family and things like that. So
Well-
you should go ahead and let's hear what you got to say.
Well, first of all, he is what I know to be a birthday dude.
The birthday dude.
I
Okay.
believe he's turning 11 or has turned 11 today.
At the time of recording,
Yes.
this guest birthday is today, and he happens to be 11. But please continue
so
with your
not
introduction.
quite 10.
Please continue.
Definitely not 12, but 11, which is what, a great age.
Yes!
Great age.
But-
He says yes.
Well, he is a Texas legend, starting shortstop.
Starting shortstop
For the
Texas
Texas Legends.
legend. Who's in here, Chris?
We have one, Matthew Mobley.
Matthew. Why am I
Matty
on
Mobes.
Here we go. In the
There we
house.
go.
Big Slurp is here. Can I believe it? On his birthday. Why don't you say hello?
Hi.
How are you? How you feeling right now?
Fun?
Feeling good? Did you play baseball today?
Yeah.
Oh,
A little bit.
a little bit of shortstop work.
No, actually.
Oh.
More pitching and batting.
Pitching and batting. Okay. Do you happen to have a Slurpee anywhere nearby you right now?
Yes, actually.
Interesting.
Is
What
it a birthday Slurpee? Is that
maybe?
okay.
Maybe.
All right.
Is it a birthday Slurpee?
Yeah.
You tell me. What flavor is it?
Cherry.
Interesting. Okay. Cherry Slurp. Do you like the name Big Slurp?
Kind of and kind of not.
So
More
the
like
story
a 50-50.
of Big Slurp
He's
is
50-50 on it.
we
so.
yelled it out and he
Okay.
got a really big hit. So he kind of cemented that nickname during a baseball game.
Okay,
one
so
week.
now you're known for the Slurpee, you're known for the hitting, you're known for the birthday. What's it like turning 11?
Good question.
Honestly, it doesn't feel any different than any other day. It just feels the exact same.
You didn't wake up
Yeah.
wiser.
No.
Did you wake up with like a single?
I woke up
single hair?
happier.
Yeah, happier.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Because it's your birthday.
Yeah.
Is it because you knew you were going to get nachos later on?
I didn't get any nachos.
Oh, well, the day's not over.
Well, it's not over yet. Wait for
you-
it.
Yes!
I think it might be happening later.
Do you
Well.
get a special breakfast on your birthday?
Yeah, I had donuts.
Okay. Do you get a second breakfast on your birthday?
No.
Okay. Well, we'll have to introduce that to you.
Do you
some
get a
point.
second breakfast on your birthday?
Maybe a second or third, just depending
Oh,
on how
you
the
have
day's going.
3 breakfasts.
Maybe I eat like
You-
a hobbit.
You
Yeah.
so So on your birthday,
How
you're
do you
like,
even fit in 3?
how do you? Yeah,
Believe me, it just works. It works.
You would more have to just eat it in like one sitting. It'd just be like a bigger breakfast.
He spreads it
Get
out.
this: you get sweet for your first breakfast,
Okay.
savory for your second, and
nice.
then the third breakfast you combine them. You get sweet and savory.
And you do this spread out throughout the
You
morning.
do it in like 30 minutes.
I would say measure it out.
Of course.
Definitely don't go
because
all
you
in
wouldn't
all
want to
at
be
once.
ridiculous.
And then
You
it wouldn't
wanna-
be first, second, and third breakfast. It would just be one big.
Do you also
breakfast.
have 3 lunches then?
No, lunch kind of gets taken up by third breakfast.
Do you ever even have a dinner?
You can.
This
Yeah,
is your birthday
lunch.
thing? This
Yeah.
is your annual birthday thing?
No, it's really not. I'm just giving you some ideas, but yeah.
Okay, so Matthew, with every guest, we ask some questions just to get to know the guest, let the audience get to know you a little bit. We ask everyone these questions.
Conversation
Okay.
nachos is what they are. They're appetizers.
Question number 1. What is your middle name?
Xander.
Xander. How do you spell that?
Xander.
Sounds like a pretty
You're
cool
a
name.
Matty X.
Matty X.
Mobley. I
Matty
love
X. So why would your parents type it that? Like, why would they call you Xander?
I don't know.
Chris, do you have any thoughts on that? Why
One
would
of
parents-
them. One of them is a little crazy. So.
Yeah, I mean, definitely one of them is. Chris, do you have any thoughts on why a
On
parent
why-
would use Xander with an X?
On why we would go with X
Yeah.
for Xander?
Yeah.
I have no. I'm actually very curious.
It sounds so cool. Xander with an X.
Well,
Let's go.
Well, that's obvious. I just thought there was maybe a family meaning
What do
to
we
it or a
really
deep
use?
meaning.
Do we
or-
really use the middle name for anything these days?
I don't.
No.
No.
I mean, what's yours? Alan.
no.
Okay.
No.
Christian
Harold.
G. Allen. Harold. It's Harold.
Xander. No.
I don't remember your middle name. You don't need to share, obviously, for security purposes, because apparently you don't want to say your middle name right now.
You just
See,
said it. You
right-
just said it's Chris. Security purposes.
Okay,
Howard.
Chris.
Yep.
It's Chris Security Howard. Okay, big question that's on everyone's mind right now. What did you think of the Luka trade?
I loved it.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh, give us more.
yeah. Why?
I'm a huge Lakers fan. And he's done a lot better with the Lakers, so he deserves it.
What made you a huge Lakers fan? I've got to hear this. Was it because you have a famous dad that acted in L.A.?
No, that's not it.
No?
Why don't you tell him why you're
Go
a
ahead.
Lakers fan?
It's LeBron James.
Oh, LeBron?
It's definitely not LeBron. That wouldn't it change everything if his name was LeBron James?
That'd be weird.
People be LeBron.
I think it stands for LeBron means LeBron. No?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't understand.
No!
Oh wait.
No! Isn't that French for LeBron?
Are you trying to speak French right now?
No.
You're going to lose our guest by talking French, unless you know any French.
I don't.
Oui.
Mm.
Oui.
Je suis désolé.
You seem
Okay,
to be
let's go.
one of the few Dallas residents that you approve of the Luka trade, is what you're saying. You're happy about this.
Yes.
So what do you think about the Dallas Stars?
Good team. They've been losing against the Oilers a lot.
Can you say that a little bit louder?
No. You don't need to repeat that part. Don't worry about that. Don't. It's my
Just-
child.
I'm just asking.
However,
just want to make sure everybody
Chris
can hear.
is a huge Colorado Avalanche fan. And you're like, what's the Colorado Avalanche? Well, they're out of the playoffs, and the Stars knocked them out of the playoffs. So at least the Stars are still playing.
Honestly, the Avalanche is whatever they're called. They're probably really bad.
They're probably terrible.
The
That's right. High
Stars beat 'em.
five. Yeah. Here we go. All
right. Well,
yes. Let's go.
Let's move
I
on.
love this episode. That's my favorite episode we've ever done.
Let's move on.
Okay, Chris. So Chris is going to bring on, listen, the tough questions that why
hard-hitting
why are we
questions.
even here today? Which, by the way, let me set the table here for a second.
Do so.
We did ask our guest, Xander. That's his middle name, by the way, with an X, because his parents thought that'd be pretty cool. We asked him what would he like to talk about on his birthday if we got him on a podcast.
LeBron James.
So he brought this topic up. Definitely not LeBron James. And so let's go.
And no French talk either.
Yeah, no French talk, man.
No French talk?
No.
Okay, no French talk.
And no Avalanchers.
No Avalanchers?
I'm not even going to set the table.
This is the Mobley-centric kind of podcast. We're going full on Mobley
Stars.
here.
Go Stars, go. Okay.
Well, Maddie, ex-Mobley, we're glad to have you here. First of all, thanks for coming on for the hard-hitting questions, which we're going to start now. That an 11-year-old, we figure an 11-year-old can handle these, so we're going to go ahead and just fire them at you.
Let's go.
You know, like a curveball, like a circle change coming at you,
Like
right?
a curveball, like a cheetah.
All right. So what does it mean? And I ask this to every single 11-year-old that I talk to.
Sure you do.
Every single 11-year-old gets this question. So what does it mean to be prideful or selfish?
Prideful just means to like think you're better or you're like the best ever.
Okay. Kind of like the stars thinking the best.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, okay.
You know, the man's answering a question, and then you just
No, I'm just trying to provide some context here,
I
just
see,
to
I
make
see.
sure there's good understanding out there. Okay. Well,
What about? Do you think something different when you think selfish?
Yes, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Just wanting like more stuff and like just wanting more than what you have.
Mm-hmm. What made you? What made you kind of think about this topic to talk about?
I don't know, it just hit me and it's happened to me before. Like other people have like been prideful against me.
Mm-hmm.
I've been prideful to other people a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of have a lot of experience. So I'm kind of a natural pro.
Oh, good.
so at 11, you've seen a lot of pride toward you, and then also you. I have to say, it's pretty amazing. 11-year-old would be able to say, "Hey, I've acted kind of prideful myself too." That shows some great awareness.
The best part is right after that going, and listen, I'm a natural at
and
it.
he's a natural at it. No,
Which is true though, right? Because I mean, it's like it almost feels too easy sometimes, like too natural, maybe even to sin or feel prideful. Like I don't, Chris, not everyone can wake up with humility like you. Like we know.
it's
But
tough,
I don't wake up
yeah.
I don't wake up every morning
It's
going, "Hey, how can I show humility today?" That's not mine.
Or did my humility that I showed yesterday, is that going to be enough for today?
Does that spill over? Does that carry over?
Yeah, because it was obviously
So
so
like
much.
minutes that carry over to the next day.
Yeah. But what are some examples that you can think of selfishness that you've, you don't have to name names. We're not asking you to name, Timmy or or Johnny or Bill.
We'll censor out any names that you say, so don't worry.
Yeah.
So no names.
Security purposes.
That's a good question. Yeah, good examples. Maybe when you've been prideful or selfish,
Or other people.
or other people.
We'll take both.
Yeah.
Been prideful on my birthday
Mhm.
a lot, actually. Not really today, though.
That's good.
That's
A
good.
little different. But I've been prideful thinking it's like all about me
Mm-hmm.
because it's just my birthday, but it's not all about me. It's still God's day,
Yeah.
and it's not all about me.
Yeah.
Do you think sometimes we make the focus be on us whenever it's our birthday or a special day and get a little bit worked up that way?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I'm glad you say that, because I think, what a great opportunity we have on our birthday to serve other people and bring them in.
Mm-hmm.
We've had a little bit of a tradition, at least on my birthday. I don't like to have people have to eat what I want to eat or go to a restaurant.
You're eating 3 breakfasts.
Exactly.
No
So
one's going to be
I
able
don't want to do that to anybody.
Yeah.
That's a good point. No, but seriously, when it comes to dinner or birthday dinner,
Yeah.
I'm a lot happier when it's, okay, daughter, what would you like to have?
Yeah.
And then for my wife, what would you like to have? And then I'll get my own thing, and then we'll just all be happy with, instead of you have to come and eat what it is that I want
Yeah.
and celebrate the way that I want.
The birthday's tough because the spotlight's on you. Yeah. But I mean, also, it can creep up maybe when it's not your birthday. Maybe it's someone else's birthday, and
that gets you like jealous.
The jealousy. Yeah, exactly.
Selfish.
Yeah. 100%. Well, yeah, because you see the spotlight on them, and all of a sudden you're kind of like, I think I want a little bit of that spotlight on me too. Or I want one of those presents. Or a Slurpee. I'm a little jealous of that Slurpee over there.
You should be.
Yeah.
It tastes awesome.
So, Matthew, how long would you say you've been following Jesus now?
Around 3 years.
Mm-hmm. A few years. Okay.
3 to 4.
So I love what you said, on your even on your birthday, you're able to talk about pride, selfishness. You really seem to have a heart for empathy and for others. So let's talk a little bit about maybe why you think that is. Like, what if you were to just think of maybe some different examples out of the Bible? Like, what do you think it says about that pride or selfishness, or how we should react to things like that?
Well, Saul was really selfish to David, just wanting all that attention and spotlight, because David was getting all of it because David was being like a better fighter and warrior than Saul was. Like, the people were saying Saul killed thousands, but David killed tens of thousands. And Saul got really angry and just didn't like David anymore.
Yeah.
You think it's because he was getting all the attention? Like Saul wasn't getting any attention and David was? Yep.
Do you think Saul would have shared his birthday dinner and said, "You get what you want, David"? Or do you think it would have all been about Saul?
All about Saul.
Yeah, what he wanted to have, huh? He probably had 5 breakfasts. Anyway, yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
He probably has something really fancy because he's a king.
Just a bit.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I kind of want to maybe share a little bit of that.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah,
I want to feel like what it's like to be eating like a king.
Like a lion's head?
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, not that one.
Maybe a pig's head.
Oh, a pig head. Okay, well, pig. There we go. We'll do the pig. We'll do the pig. What were you going to say?
Oh, I was just wondering, you give us a great example in that story about Saul and David, thinking about in the New Testament there with Jesus. Do you think there were those that were jealous and prideful and selfish around him?
Yeah. Like the Pharisees.
There you go. Yeah, that's who I was thinking of.
So what? How do you think then we apply that? So that Saul example, which is a great example, that was awesome. How do you think God is speaking to you on how that applies to you? Or even if you were to encourage someone else who's 11 or 10 or kids in your class or anyone who could be listening who's out there, what would be an encouragement from you on how do we apply something like that to our lives?
Well, you don't want to be selfish and prideful because that could lead to really big punishments. Not like it doesn't necessarily have to happen on your earthly life. It can happen in your spiritual life. And you could get punished really hard, and then it could be like a lifetime regret that you can't change.
What do you think then what would be the opposite of that? What's something that someone can do instead?
You can, like, not want all the attention and, like, give others attention if someone's feeling left out and you're, like, getting all the attention, like, go away from the attention and go to that lonely person. Or maybe bring that lonely person into the attention.
Kind of makes me think of when Jesus would, he would leave the crowds a lot. He would often go away and pray and be with his Father, but also just go after his disciples, or the example of a shepherd kind of going after the one lost sheep and clearly not wanting the attention, right? Serving out of humility. Or 1 John 4:19, we love because Jesus first loved us. I think that'd be a good encouragement. That's good. Anything else?
No.
No? Nothing? Okay.
I've got a question for you.
Yeah.
Do you think that a person who wants that attention could ever get enough attention to make them feel like they are completely full and would never need attention again?
No. You always need God to feel like full. And as sinners, you always feel like you're not getting enough attention, even if you are. You'll feel like, oh, this is normal. Like, all this attention is normal. Y'all should be doing this. Like, more attention, so that, because you're supposed to do this much. If you want to be nice, you can just do that.
Yeah. Do you think you could ever show others enough attention to where they say, "Stop, please stop helping me, and please stop trying to build me up or making me feel better. Do you think that there's ever a point there, or do you think it's just best to keep on trying to fill other people up and make sure their cup is full?
You always want to be nice and keep trying to fill people up, but if they don't want it, you shouldn't do that because that can just get really annoying. And
yeah, I love the honesty in that. It can. So you have to have a little bit of a little.
You don't want to just pester someone and be like, let me serve you breakfast number 4.
Yes.
Let's keep going.
You're gonna eat it. You
breakfast
like
number
it,
11,
don't you?
yay.
You're like,
Yes.
I'm full, please stop.
But I'm filling you up. You gotta take it. All right.
Okay. All right. Well, if that's it, there's one last thing we do.
Yeah.
For every guest, you might want to prepare yourself.
Are
with
you
that
ready?
Slurpee. Have you prepared
Have you
yourself
watched
for this moment?
enough Jedi movies to prepare for this?
Do you know what is coming your way?
no.
Well, what's coming your way?
I hear thunder.
Is the lightning round. Here we go.
Yes!
Every time we have a guest, are you feeling strong?
feeling strong, my friend?
Ready for this?
Yes, I
The
am.
rules of the official lightning
There
round
are no rules.
are
No, there are
go
rules.
as followed. You can't overthink these questions. We're going to popcorn back and forth. We're going to
Popcorn,
alternate
yeah.
these questions. Quick answers. Can't overthink it. This is the lightning round. I'm going to go first. Here we go. Cheeseburger or pizza?
Cheeseburger.
Okay, get on the mic so we can hear you.
Mountains or beach?
Beach.
Motorcycle or jet ski in the water?
Jet ski.
Greatest sports team ever assembled, not in LA.
Ooh, I know you're going to say. Well, no way. He took away 2 teams from you right there.
What did he take?
Not in LA, so you can't pick Dodgers or the Lakers.
Rangers.
Oh, yeah.
No, actually.
Oh, dear.
Actually, the
Oh.
Legends. Texas Legends.
Yes!
We should have saw that coming. Okay. Best pizza in DFW.
Domino's.
I knew he was going to say that.
11-year-olds love Domino's.
Yep.
Okay. Dogs or cats?
Dogs.
Perfect answer.
Running or lifting weights.
Running.
Okay.
Funniest person you know, not named Chris.
This one's actually kind of hard. My uncle.
Your uncle. Whoa. If he's listening, he is going to be so happy. And I'm going to destroy him after that.
No.
Great answer. Okay,
That's why
last
I
one.
answered that.
That's
Last
not prideful
one.
or selfish.
Here we
at
go.
all.
Not at all. I'm very humble right now. I'm feeling a lot of humility. Big question. If you were a superhero, who would you be?
Falcon.
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 Everyone.
All right.
We did
I'm
it.
slow to the clap again,
That's
but
the end.
thank you to the birthday dude on his
yes.
11th birthday,
Yes.
the starting shortstop
Yes.
again of the Texas Legends.
Yes. No, hey, thank you for happy birthday and happy Slurpee Day.
Many Slurpees to you.
and we'll get nachos to celebrate soon.
And 3 breakfasts.
But also, hey, for an 11-year-old, you have so much courage and boldness to come on here and talk on a microphone like this because it's hard to do. And your heart and empathy for people is growing so much. I'm so proud of who you are and what God is doing through your life. I can't wait to see you go through 11 and then turn 12 and then 13 and have 5 breakfast meals on your birthday.
Here,
I
here.
probably will.
Yes.
When I'm a
yes,
teenager,
that's
I'm
awesome.
going to be eating everything.
Might I say,
That's true.
One
have-
day you're going to wake up and the pantry's empty.
He's like, Chris, stop talking.
might I say you have the X Factor.
Dun, dun, dun.
Thanks so much for joining us. Please consider rating and reviewing our podcast and hitting subscribe on whichever platform you prefer. Remember to keep moving forward because we're not quite there.